A year out of office, former President Trump faces a series of investigations looking into his role in the January 6th riots, potential fraud in his family businesses, and sexual assault allegations. Those probes could come to a head in the new year and could impact his political future. Despite that, and no longer holding office,
the police officer lawsuits against Donald Trump are piling up. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I am your host, Adrienne Lawrence. 3 more members of law enforcement who were caught up in the January 6th insurrection attack on the U.S. Capitol have filed suit against the former President Donald Trump. Let's go ahead and talk about lawsuit number 1. The first litigant, Capitol Officer Marcus Moore, is a 10-year veteran who says he was terrorized by the coordinated attempt to overturn the 2020 election results. He's asking the court to hold the former president responsible for the attack on the U.S. Capitol and also to award him compensatory damages. On the lawsuit itself, Politico had this to report. Moore is one of hundreds of Capitol police officers who describe themselves as traumatized by the violence at the Capitol and who have continued to pinpoint Trump and his months-long campaign to overturn the 2020 election results as the source of that day's violence. He's also the 10th officer to sue Trump and accuse him of instigating the attack. The 36-year-old typically worked at the Library of Congress, and he wasn't scheduled to work on January 6th, but was called in the night before. He ended up being one of the 9 officers who guarded the door of the House chamber that day, which was surged by some 100 rioters. The other 2 officers who filed the second lawsuit are from the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. Now, they're also seeking monetary damages for the trauma that they sustained while essentially backing up the Capitol Police during the attack. Let's talk law here. Trump is trying to downplay the events of January 6th. That's nothing new to you, as we saw it in his testimony before Congress. But the thought that he could be liable when he arguably was acting as commander-in-chief is kind of hard to say. Congress didn't find that Trump was acting out of pocket, even if he were just a candidate at the time, and thus it may be difficult for a jury to find otherwise. Additionally, these men were doing their jobs. They signed up to be law enforcement, to serve and protect. So it may be difficult for them to successfully argue that they didn't sign up for the upheaval that was January 6th. One thing I'd love to know is, do you think that these officers are going to prevail? Even if Trump was operating as a candidate at the time, as opposed to in his presidential breeches. I'd love to know what you think, because we definitely know he does not like accountability. So put your comments below. Also hit the like, follow button, and thanks for watching.